and today we'll be talking about how we are moving towards manufacturing our own products. So we're going to be moving towards additive manufacturing. I'll explain what the difference is between additive manufacturing and subtractive manufacturing in a second. But basically, yeah, we're going to be moving towards additive manufacturing to drive costs down for gaming products and simulation accessories, everything like that. So you'll have your dashboards for your simulated steering wheel and headphone holders, stuff like that. We'll be manufacturing our own. We're going to try and drive them prices down. But yeah, we'll go and explain what the difference is. So we got additive manufacturing. You sort of start off with 3D printing filaments, something like that, or a box of resin, something like that, and it sits on a bed and you add a material onto it. It goes on layer by layer. It just melts the plastic on like so, and then eventually you'll come out with a shape that you wanted. Now this is the finished shape, but obviously, as you can see, because of the way it's manufactured, the surface finish on it isn't great. But that's when we move on to another process where we can just give it a nice surface finish, such as sanding it down, or even using some chemicals which help the material just slightly remelt, and it just gets rid of these lines that are on this here. But this isn't too bad anyway. Got another part here. As you can see, you can make functional moving parts like screws, and yeah. So when it comes to subtractive manufacturing, it's the opposite. So subtractive manufacturing, you start off with let's say a block of steel. Don't have to be steel, it could be any material, just a billet of that material, and you have it, and yeah, so you start milling it or turning it on a lathe, something like that, and you just take bits off. So on this one, yeah, on this face here, we had that milled flat, milled that bit flat, milled that bit flat, milled that, and then we held it in 45 degrees to make this V here, and then use another milling machine to put that groove in. Now, with additive manufacturing, you can sort of just use one machine to do all the shapes. So for this one, we used the 3D printer just to do the whole shape. That's the thread here and the knurling and that. So that we just use a 3D printer, and we also just used a 3D printer to build this as well. As you can see, it's got a lot of detail on. Now for this, we could only use a milling machine. You can't do these details in a lathe. So yeah. Anyway, that's Blue Services on additive and subtractive manufacturing, and hopefully we'll be bringing a lot of products in soon to sell on our website. We'll keep you updated. Keep tuned in on LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter at Blue Services, and you'll soon see all the products that we'll be pushing out the production line straight into the shop, and you'll be able to buy them soon.